I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Okay, so today we're going to dive into all these articles and legal documents about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, you know? It's like, on the one hand, you've got all this legal stuff he's dealing with.
Right.
Some really serious accusations coming up from way back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, he's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Building businesses, making headlines, the whole 9 yards.
You're not slowing down.
Not even a little bit. So we're going to unpack this whole thing, you know? Like, how are all these different parts of his life kind of colliding? And in the end, what's it all going to mean for how we see him?
Yeah.
You know, his legacy and all that.
Yeah. It's a wild case study, for sure. I mean, we're talking about someone who's reached the top in music business, even philanthropy.
For real.
But now he's got these legal battles that could really change how people view him.
Totally. So let's start with the legal trouble. We're talking sexual assault allegations that go all the way back to a party in 2000.
Wow.
And it's not even just Jay-Z in this thing. Sean Diddy Combs is named in the suit, too.
No.
But the thing that really jumps out at me is this whole Adult Survivors Act thing.
Right. That's a big deal because the Adult Survivors Act is pretty new in New York. It basically gives survivors of sexual assault a 1-year window to file lawsuits, even if the statute of limitations has run out.
Oh, wow. So cases that couldn't be brought to court before.
Exactly. Now they can be.
Huh. So it seems like Jay-Z's lawyers are trying to get this whole thing thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least make the plaintiff come forward publicly.
Mm.
You know, arguing that keeping her identity hidden makes it really hard for him to defend himself.
Yeah, that's a pretty common legal move. It really gets at how tricky these cases are, you know? I mean, you've got the plaintiff's right to privacy, especially with something this sensitive. But then there's the defendant's right to a fair trial, which is hard to do if they can't fully address the accusations against them.
That's true. It's a tough situation, and it's all happening while Jay-Z is still out there in the spotlight. I mean, you sent me that article about him at the film premiere.
Oh, yeah.
With Beyonce and the kids.
The whole family.
Yeah, some people are saying that's him trying to project this image of family unity.
Makes you wonder, right? I mean, some might see it as a calculated PR move. Others might say it's just a family being there for each other when things are rough. It's tough to say for sure.
Definitely.
But it does raise questions about how public figures handle their image, especially when they're under fire. What do you think about that, listener? Carefully constructed image or genuine support?
It's kind of crazy to think about all the layers here.
Oh, yeah.
Because while all this legal drama is unfolding, Jay-Z still has this crazy successful career. I mean, the guy's got 24 Grammys.
Wow.
A huge business empire.
A true mogul.
And then there's all the philanthropy he does, too, right?
Absolutely. And it's not just any philanthropy either. He's been really outspoken about criminal justice reform, you know, working with groups like the Sentencing Project and pushing for changes to sentencing laws and policies.
Yeah, and speaking out about racial inequality, too.
He's been a strong voice on that.
Which kind of makes these allegations even more jarring. I mean, here's this guy who's built everything on talent, ambition, and a certain image.
Mm-hmm.
And now that image is being seriously challenged.
It's a complicated story, for sure. And it makes you think, how will all this affect his work in those areas? Will his advocacy still have the same impact?
Right. Will people even listen to him anymore?
Those are questions that are going to play out over time, I think.
So we've got all this legal stuff, the public image battle, and then his whole career and his advocacy work.
Yeah.
It's a lot to untangle.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line here? What's this going to mean for Jay-Z's legacy down the road?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, he's definitely bounced back from tough times before, reinventing himself time and time again. Who knows? Maybe this whole thing will influence his future work, both personally and with his advocacy.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll even push him to get even more involved in social justice. Or maybe it'll force him to really confront his past. It's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt this experience will leave its mark.
Okay, so listener, we've covered a ton today. from the ins and outs of legal case to the public perception battle and how it all ties into Jay-Z's career and his advocacy work.
Yeah.
It's a complicated story with lots of loose ends, and only time will tell how it all shakes out. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over.
I think you're right about that.
We'll be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
And listener, you know what to do. Send us your thoughts on this whole thing. It's a wild ride, and we want to hear what you're thinking.
Definitely chime in with your take.
Until next time, stay curious.
And keep digging.
We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.
See ya.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.